What's up, y'all? In this video, I want to talk about Mr. Ja Morant and everything that's going on around him putting another gun to his head, or just at least flashing a gun on camera. Now, let me say this. After watching the video, it looks as if Ja Morant didn't think the young man was going to put the camera back on him while he had the gun in his hand. Even though, I mean, it was dumb for him to even put the gun in his hand after his homeboy was already on live and he kept putting the camera on him, showing him in the passenger seat. But you saw in the aftermath of the young man, Ja Morant's friend, showing him on camera, he dropped the phone real quick, almost as if to say like, "Oh shit, my bad, bro. Damn." But once I looked at it a couple more times, I feel like his homeboys did that on purpose, like he set him up, because he did this. He looked at Ja. He saw Ja pull the gun out, and then right after, he put the camera on him. He looked at the camera. He looked at his live, the camera on the live, and then he looked at Ja, and then he put the camera on him real quick, and then he flashed it down. It was almost as if he tried to do it real quick to expose what Ja was doing real quick, and then try to like put it down so Ja wouldn't see that he put the camera on him. But it was still stupid on Ja Morant's part to even do that. You know, it's sad how a rap song, a particular rap song, or just rap songs in general, influences these young boys. And I ain't talking about NBA Youngboy, even though NBA Youngboy does the same thing, but he's a rapper. When you're an entertainer and you're hired to be a rapper and you build a lot of fans, part of your job is to promote violence, promote guns, promote drugs, promote savagery, savage behavior. So, NBA Youngboy is one thing, but like Kwame Brown said, Ja Morant is an NBA dumb boy to even feel like he has to pull a gun out when he's listening to NBA Youngboy. So what is the mental illness in this? What is the science behind why Ja Morant cannot seem to have some restraint and not hold a gun up or pull it up? Like, okay, if you have a gun on you for protection, that's one thing. Nobody's going to judge you for that. But you're going to definitely be judged when you are actually showing a gun on camera. When everybody knows that you didn't grow up in the streets, you come from a good family, 2-parent household. But it's clear as day. It's evident that the mental illness that Ja Morant suffers from is acceptance. He wants to be accepted. He wants to be looked at as a hood dude, somebody that's from the hood, somebody that plays basketball but is a thug as well, someone that'll still be on some gunplay. But I'll tell you like this, Ja Morant better be very, very careful, because he's displaying himself to the world like as if he's really about that life, like he would really shoot somebody, or like he is a shooter. Just like in these music videos, you know, a lot of guys have caught in cases because they show guns and they be doing this or doing this, and then eventually they end up getting arrested. They get locked up because they get investigated. Does Ja Morant need to be investigated? Does Ja Morant need to be investigated along with his crew? If we're talking about the young man that was in that video with him, that was on the live with John Morant and his crew, I think so. I'm not saying that I encourage the law to do that, but law enforcement, after a while, they're going to grow suspicion. They're going to be like, you know what? We need to look more into this guy, because he always has a gun in his hand, and he keeps promoting himself. He keeps putting himself out there as if he is in the streets putting in work. So eventually they're going to look into it. They're going to look into his homeboys first, or his crew, to see if they got any priors, if they have committed any crimes, if they're gang affiliated or anything like that. And if they are, then they're going to have to look deeper into John Morant and his whereabouts and the moves he's been making outside of basketball activities. But something's got to be done, man, because his parents have failed him. Unfortunately, he came from a two-parent household, but it seems like his dad, he is a weak dad who is scared to tell Ja what he needs to hear and not just what he wants to hear. And then he has a mom who is would react emotionally, and once she gets upset, she just calls her son, Ja, get up here, get up here. These niggas up here tripping. And you're going to put your son's career and life at risk because you mad at somebody. Like, how stupid can you be as a parent to involve your son in something that could risk his life or his career? And how stupid can you be as a dad to not do anything, to just be quiet? And even if he is talking to Ja behind closed doors, it's like he didn't do enough. He hasn't put enough fear and concern and worry in his son to make him feel like, he's risking it all. But it is what it is at this point, man. It is what it is at this point. I just hope that he gets some help before it's too late. Because if he keeps doing what he's doing and going the route that he's going, somebody gonna check his temperature. Somebody's definitely gonna check his temperature. And they're gonna test this gangster and see if he really, really about that life. So I blame his parents, and I blame Ja as well. Because Ja, he's a man. I don't care if he's a young man or not. He's a man. And he already messed up that one time. So, and he said he learned his lesson and all of that. And he had time to think about the mistake he made, but then he makes the same dumb mistake. Even if he didn't expect to be on camera with that gun, or for his homeboy to show that gun, it's still stupid. The behavior is what everybody is looking at. Y'all pray for Ja, man.